Hey there folks, and welcome back for another shaving video. And today we're going to use RazoRock Essential Oil of Lime, a soap I've had for a long time that I enjoy. This sells at Italian Barber right now for about $7.99 for 5 ounces, an excellent $1.60 an ounce. Scent strength. This one's a little bit older. I'd call it about a 4.5 to 5, somewhere close to that middle range. It's not super fragrant because it is an older soap, but it's definitely noticeable, and I've always enjoyed this soap. And today we shall get a nice budget shave on with our RazoRock Hawk. Use a little Clubman aftershave, the RazoRock Plissoft brush, and just go show you can get a really nice shave for not a lot of money. This is all budget gear today, which I use and enjoy just like my higher priced gear, and it works out just fine. All right, looks like we're getting a pretty good load there, so let's wet the face and get going. Stand by. All right. Oh, I love this brush, and I love that lime scent. It's a beautiful way to start out a Monday morning, start of a new week, work week. Yes, it's Monday, so that's a bummer, but we're alive and breathing, so that's something to be very happy about. Even though it's a Monday, we will get through it and press on and be thankful that we've been given another day. I think a lot of times we're not grateful, but we should be. Wonderful lather here. This stuff has always been easy to lather, and for me, it works just as well as my other soaps. Now, it may not have the skin conditioning, sorry for reaching over you, that some of the other soaps, but in terms of just performance, you know, providing a nice foundation for the razor to glide over, it does an excellent job. This is a Feather Professional blade, and I really like this razor. I think this is my third time using it. Nice and efficient, lightweight, 25 bucks. It's a steal. It's a steal. And there's been some information floating around, I think, on Reddit, which I don't really look at Reddit very much. And there's some good information there, don't get me wrong. But my problem with Reddit is it's sort of fueled, when people troll, it's anonymous. You know, they don't have, a lot of the people don't have real names. It's the same thing that happens on the YouTube comments, where you have people who launch all sorts of criticism, but they don't put a real name or face to it. And to be honest with you, every now and then I'll pop in and respond to one of those on YouTube, but for the most part, I totally discount any sort of comments that don't have a real name or face or someone that I know attached to it. You know, if you're going to make a criticism, the least you can do is be a real person in doing so. Yeah. So anyway, I'll tie that in when we come back for pass 2. Excellent first pass. Stay tuned for pass 2. So anyhow, there were, I guess, some controversy on Reddit about RazoRock and Joe and deleting reviews. And I'm not going to weigh in on that in the details, other than to say Joe has provided, both to me personally and in Razor and Brush, a perfectly reasonable explanation for that, along with proof. So here's the bottom line. If you don't want to buy from Italian Barber, don't buy. You know, that's up to you. I don't seek to persuade you one way or the other. That's entirely up to you. And it's the same thing with other brands. It's your choice, but I don't tell you who to buy from. Make up your own mind, and if you don't want to buy, don't buy. But I'm not one for boycotting or calling for people not to buy from particular vendors, I just stop using, and I don't talk about it. So the choice is yours to make. If you're concerned about it, ask Joe yourself. I advise you to do that rather than reading stuff that you can't attribute to a real person. That's just my take on it. I will continue to buy from Italian Barber. Joe's been very straight up with me and honest, so I have no problem with Italian Barber. I'm still a supporter, and that is the bottom line. Another thing to think about when it comes to Italian Barber, great stuff here, by the way. 25 bucks. 25 bucks. This does not make some people, competitors, sometimes happy. All right. And in fact, when this razor, when the prototype came out, I don't know, a couple years ago, there was a lot of hubbub about it, and, you know, jumping up and down and gnashing of teeth from competitors. And in my view, it was overblown, and it was, you know, there was nothing to it. All right. Excellent second pass. We'll come back with pass 3 and continue on. So anyhow, one of the things to keep in mind, like I said, we have a single edge razor here that performs wonderfully for 25 bucks. If you're selling a aluminum razor for 100 or more, naturally that's going to probably cut into your business. You're not going to be happy about it. You know, and it's that way with anything. You know, Joe does the same thing with soaps and brushes. When the Plissoft type brushes came out and they were less than $20, I'm sure that doesn't make Plisson happy when they were selling them the old wooden handled Plisson from L'Occitane for 60 bucks originally. All right, when you're being that aggressive with pricing, it's going to hurt sometimes the competitors, but it's also going to help the consumer. So I take the consumer point of view on this. I'm glad we have this budget gear to sort of keep prices in check. That's my perspective on it. Now, that doesn't mean it's right, but bottom line, a $25 razor like this is great for the consumer. But not everybody's going to like that or appreciate it. So I think sometimes some of the ire that's, you know, oh, wow. What a wonderful, I mean, I've lost my train of thought, this lather. Look at that. So, people talk about you can't get a great lather from RazoRock. I don't know that they do, but excellent, excellent, excellent. Anyway, he gets a lot of heat from people on the basis of pricing these goods aggressively. You know, aggressively in a way that the consumers benefit from it. So, some competitors and some vendors don't appreciate that because, you know, let's face it, they're in it to make money, and maybe they can't price as aggressively, or maybe they don't want to. You know, maybe they still wanted to make $60, or I don't even know what this costs to make. Let's say it's 10 and it costs 14. He made $4 or $5 on a brush. Before they were charging 60, so they're making like 50 bucks off of it. I mean, who wouldn't want to make more money, you know? So anyway, that's kind of my feeling about what drives some of that. But again, make up your own mind. You know, evaluate the data you have available and make up your own mind. I'm just not one to try to motivate other people not to buy. Now, if it's a bad product, I'll say it, and I'll say I wouldn't buy it. And when I think something's too expensive, I'll say it. But in terms of just trying to steer people away from particular vendors, I'm not out to do that. And when people ask me about vendors that I don't do business with, I say, if you like it, continue to do it. I don't encourage them not to buy from them because I don't want to ruin anyone else's bad experience or a good experience. You know, because if you have a good experience, with a vendor or a product, who am I to say that's not legitimate? Because it absolutely is for you. So just take that into consideration when you're thinking of these things. And again, I'll continue to support Italian Barber because he has answered all those questions satisfactory for me, and he's treated me well always, and with respect, and I owe him the same. All right, that was an excellent 3-pass shave with great budget gear. Let's come back to the post. All right, excellent shave with RazoRock Essential Oil of Lime. Let's use our Thayer's Peach. It's magic because it's made by witches. Great stuff here. And I tell you what, folks, you can get a shave. You can use gear that costs $500 between a very nice brush, a very nice razor, and it's excellent. Or you can use gear that amounts to less than $100 and get an excellent shave too, just as I have today. All right, let's review a little bit before we get to our aftershave. That is RazoRock Essential Oil of Lime soap, which is excellent. Had a very nice shave with it. Wonderful stuff. The Hawk, as you know, a little residue there, which I'll use my handy toothbrush to get off. Plissoft, excellent value brush, and another value product, good old-fashioned Clubman. And by the way, the Thayer's is magic because it's made by witches. I've used quite a bit of this. I like it. Some people don't like the scent of a Clubman. I call it classic, but I do. I just think it's a nice old-fashioned scent, and it works well for me. And here I've gotten a $1 million shave on just a few bucks. So you can do it, folks. So don't ever feel like you need to spend a ton of money, because you certainly don't. But if you want to and you haven't, knock yourselves out. All right, folks, until next time, I ask you, let's make America shave again.